How does the renal tubule work in the nephron? Imagine a tiny tube inside your kidney that acts like a super-efficient filter and reclaimer. This tube is part of the nephron, the kidney's main working unit. When blood flows into the kidney, it first passes through the glomerulus, a tiny ball of tangled blood vessels. Here, water and small molecules are filtered out of the blood into the renal tubule. The journey of this filtrate through the tubule is what helps your body maintain balance. The first part of the renal tubule is called the proximal convoluted tubule. It is a winding tube close to the glomerulus and is lined with cells that have tiny finger-like projections called microvilli. These increase the surface area, helping the tubule absorb most of the water, salts like sodium and chloride, glucose, and amino acids back into the blood. This process requires energy, which is why these cells have many mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell. Next, the filtrate moves into the loop of Henle, which dips down into the inner part of the kidney called the medulla. The descending limb of this loop is permeable to water, so water leaves the tubule and enters the surrounding tissue, making the filtrate more concentrated. The ascending limb, however, is impermeable to water but actively pushes out salts. This creates a concentration gradient in the medulla, which is essential for the kidney to conserve water later on. After the loop of Henle, the filtrate reaches the distal convoluted tubule. This part is back in the outer layer of the kidney, called the cortex. Here, the tubule fine-tunes the composition of the filtrate by reabsorbing more salts and water or secreting additional wastes and excess ions. This helps control the body's electrolyte levels and pH balance. The filtrate then moves into collecting ducts, which gather urine from many nephrons. Throughout this process, the cells lining the tubule work closely with tiny blood vessels called peritubular capillaries. These vessels pick up the reabsorbed substances and send them back into the bloodstream. They also carry waste products from the blood into the tubule for removal. This exchange keeps your body's fluids balanced and removes toxins. By the time the filtrate reaches the end of the tubule, it has been transformed into urine. This urine contains excess water, waste products, and toxins. It then flows into larger collecting ducts, eventually reaching the renal pelvis, then the ureter, and finally the bladder for storage until it is expelled. So, the renal tubule acts like a highly selective and efficient processing plant. It reabsorbs what your body needs and gets rid of what it doesn't, all while helping keep your body's fluid and electrolyte levels just right. This tiny tube plays a big role in keeping you healthy and balanced every day.